Broadcast. Bang! Nothing. Zoom. I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Thursday, March the 1st, 2012, 4 p.m. Eastern. Same bat time, same bat channel. You're looking at a zoomed out S&P 500. What a monster wedge here, huh? Hindsight's 2020. Never came down and hit that channel line. And now, ever since we took this channel line out, we are in a death grind march up. Although, and, listen, yesterday, one of the things I said, massive outside candle, you got to beware of no bearish engulfing. And when we'll look at almost all the charts, New Zealand did, Euro did, but not much. Aussie held like a rock. But I'm showing you these two lines here in the S&P, and that's about 1380. Should be a little higher. 1380 and 1360. We take out one of those, we should have Momo, up or down. I'm not so convinced of this. It was a good comeback, but you know what? We couldn't take out previous day high. That would have been impressive. And then the wild card comes late in the day. Reports of an explosion in a Saudi pipeline. Now, you know me. Well, maybe you don't. I'm looking for something. I have been looking for some reason to be short, some geopolitical macro. Well, just the thought of Saudi Arabia being attacked, you know by who? The Iranians. And now reduction of supply of oil on the global market makes the Straits of Hormuz even that more valuable. And if the Saudis are truly in the belief, crude actually coming off here, in the belief that it was the Iranians and there possibly could be more to follow, where there's one cockroach, there's usually another. And the timing of this could not be even more perfect. Let's incite the Israelis and the Americans even more. Let's get them to drum the beats of war. Because it's the perfect setup for this weekend. It's not even funny. You're looking at crude here. Took it out. Crude's gone. Like the wind. 1 day, 2 day pullback like Apple, now up. Gone. I just don't see how that's good for the S&P. I really don't. I don't see how it's good for crude. I think oil, long oil, short gold is a great looking trade. Gold, to me, yes, it might pop up on this, but I think it's still a sell on strength. All the printing is done in the world, and you have good numbers, bad numbers. Last night, certainly failure today on both sides of the aisle. Dollar didn't really rally enough, and it didn't sell off much either. And you got a little bit of a doji here. We did break this downtrend channel line. But I'm not convinced. I think there's a nice outside candle. I think we did reverse in the dollar. And I think this news, on top of today, which we did not have very good news. Yes, manufacturing PMI out of China, in line. Yes, Swiss GDP was better. London numbers, a little better. House prices. But I thought the Italian unemployment rate going to 9.2%, that's scary. I understand bond yields in the European zone continue, but it's fake. It's fake. It's bloody fake. It's not real. Transfer cash. They gave in their crap to the ECB. The ECB gave them fresh money. They went out, they're buying bonds like they're told to do. It's fake. And at some point, these central banks are going to have to run out of money because it's a joke. Euro dollar, certainly didn't come in. You can make a case for a doji. I still think it maybe needs to come in a little bit more. Complete this head and shoulders. That's looking gorgeous. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Grind it down, baby. But this situation now looks scary. Because AIPAC, which is the big Jewish lobby group, their annual speech or conference is this Sunday. I believe Perez, president of Israel, is coming sooner than Netanyahu, prime minister. And the developments in Saudi Arabia over the next 48 hours could be all over the news stories. Oil could be much higher. The importance of the Straits of Hormuz becomes even larger. Maybe then they'll blame the Israelis for doing it just to incite the situation. Who knows? All you need is a match. And let me tell you something. I've been saying this. Something like this is enough. If there's more to it, oh boy. You get the Saudis and the Israelis cooperating, that means they'll let them fly over Saudi Arabia to get to Iran, which is the one thing blocking the Israelis. They'll need to go through maybe Syria, which sounds nuts. This is all you need. Get the Saudis on your side. Because I'm telling you, it's going to turn out to be Iran. Why Iran is doing this is beyond me. Things are heating up, which means, why would then risk on? And who knows what? I got to tell you, I think there's a chance Netanyahu's going to attack Sunday. Can you imagine? You talk about risk off. Aussie would tank. Now, this Aussie dollar, as we look at here, obviously it was a gorgeous looking outside candle. Looks phenomenal. It does. And it still does. But as I said last night, never went bearish engulfing. Never took out previous day low. Again, look at my video for last night. I was excited, but not that excited. But it still could be valid. And you know what? The S&P didn't take out today's high. Hopefully those of you who enjoyed today's webinar, FX Street, thought it went fairly well. Didn't take out 1360. This 1360 is big. Just like the Aussie number. Big. We breach those levels, this thing heats up. Let me tell you, things could get interesting. I'm surprised oil didn't really hold in more. Maybe reports are it's getting subsided, but I got to tell you, where there's one cockroach, there's another. And unless the S&P could take out 1380 and Aussie 108.50, 108.30, I got to tell you, I think it pays to be short. Now, as far as the numbers again is concerned, just for the possibility that this thing is bigger. And again, I believe yesterday's sell-off was the real deal. I think those were real big sellers in the market. They drilled them, and they're still around. And this is something, who knows what. And I just think unless tonight you could take out certain levels, I think it pays to be short. Sure, we take out that, number. Sure, Dalian I thought failed. I thought the U.S. number was a shocker. With Chicago PMI like that, Richmond Fed, all these other numbers, to get a napalm, because that's what it is. Like the number we got today. Disgusting. $52.4, supposed to be 54.6. It was 54.1 previous month. That means we're below previous month. That is a downturn. Now, once again, this could be all back-end related. Not this one. Construction spending down 0.1%. Supposed to be up 1.1%. Not good. ISM manufacturing prices paid. Don't tell me oil doesn't make a difference. 61.5. Not good numbers. So now you get set up for next month. You get set up for next month. And again, the dollar yen, I'm a little nervous about it. Even though, 10-year was up a little. Think it failed. Think we could head back down. Carry trades look now like a short stock market to me. Again, the crucial is this 1380. Can we hold? Will we hold? And again, the euro continues. The relative strength loser. Euro sterling working nicely. I think that comes to our channel line around 83. Not a lot of numbers. We do have plenty of Japanese numbers. I'm a little disappointed again. The yen rallying right after that number came out failed to me a little bit. Even though, again, Luna yen, extremely strong. Gorgeous. Very good to us today. But a little toppy. And again, if the U.S. is slowing down, those jobless claims, while good, I was hoping for a real good number. I mean like a 325. 350 is still very good. Best we've had. Can't argue. But, maybe the jobs number might not be so great. Last I checked, I still see a lot of layoffs coming. But what do I know? Everything's great. Retail sales today, number of different stores, great numbers. I'd like to think it's more seasonal. But again, all you need is one geopolitical event and people stop consuming. All you need is oil to explode and all of a sudden gas goes to $5.50. Good night. Things keep going along in this Goldilocks scenario we're in. 1.8% growth, 2.2, inflation in line. Central banks keep printing money, the world accepting it. Hey, there's no way it can go on forever. And this gravy train is about to come to an end. Thank you, sir. I have another. And even Bernanke warning. Look at this New Zealand dollar. Toppy. And again, there's no reason other than risk off for this thing to sell off. When risk is off, they want the United States dollar, flight to safety, get me the hell over there. You too big country, you can go down very easily. So, if things are going to start to heat up, Netanyahu coming over here next Monday, over the weekend, this is big. There could be blow up. Netanyahu could give a crap about Obama. He will tell the American public the way he feels. No, Obama can't win with him. He is not Obama's puppet. So we're going to see a very frank statement, which should be very interesting. And on top of the contraceptive issues, all Obama's doing is dividing this country. It's incredible that people don't see it. Incredible. Dollar Canada, nice little double bottom possibly. You got GDP tomorrow. They're looking for a decent number, up 0.3%. You get a 0.2, that'll be disappointment because remember, previous month was weak. And by the way, personal income, personal spending out of the U.S., all weaker. How is that good? And people are spending more on the credit. How is that good? But this dollar Canada, I think, may have stalled a little bit. But again, you get a good GDP number on a Friday. Stock market does sell off like I think it will. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, if it's looking like the Iranians, look out. Then Saudi Arabia takes their gloves off. And believe me, they got a lot of money. And Israel will be right at their front door if they invited them in 2 seconds. Dollar Swiss. Looks like it does want to pop a little higher. I'd say 91. Got a downtrend channel line about here. Although I'm telling you, if things start going a little crazy, that Euro Swiss is going to crack. Dollar Swiss is going to be a safe haven. Dollar Swiss goes down. Swiss numbers have been very good. German retail sales, I'll be curious to see if they're going to be up 0.5 tonight. London construction's PMI could be interesting. Eurozone producer prices looking to skyrocket up 0.6 from last month's negative 0.2 number. So it's already pretty much priced in. I'm more curious to see how the household spending number in Japan is. Deflation number there. That can't be good. And German retail sales. That's 2 a.m. Eastern. But again, look at this dollar Swiss. I still think this panic is coming back. I mean, come on. And I'm scared the end's, maybe I miss it, but I just can't be long the yen carry trade with the possibility over the next 4 days. It's amazing to me the VIX wasn't spiking higher. It's amazing to me, listen, in this pound Aussie, baby could be ready to fly. Pound Kiwi, pound Aussie. Trying to bottom. Again, these are my trades for 2012. I still believe this pound Aussie, easy. 1,000 pips. And that's fast. I really, actually, more, I think 170. This thing is only from double par 25, cut in half, basically. Ridiculous. Again, London. It's a risk-off trade. And you see what happened in the spikes. When any flash crash, bang, bang, 1,000 pips. So be on the lookout. And again, think about it. Wouldn't it be a perfect time for Israel to strike? Perfect. Cable does act well. And again, with that euro sterling, like we said, sterling's going to be the relative strength winner. It does look good. But again, I don't trust it. Need to take out 160. And again, the same thing with the S&P, the same thing here. You know what? We could easily fly. So wait for it to take it out. I don't usually do that, but you know what? We go under 159. It's a dead short. We take out 160. It's a dead long. It's just the way it is. And again, if you have any questions about my premium junior service where you just get my emails, my premium twits, send out 4 or 5 a day, people. And my research. Email me, info for a sample, globalfxllc.com. You look at some of the yens, kind of toppy. We went higher, but we're getting very overbought. Again, this is the kind of match. And on top of the macroeconomic numbers, not as great. Bernanke making, also saying, hey, banks got to be prepared for higher rates. And you know what's amazing? Also, glad I remembered this. What am I looking at here? Look at Euro Canada. When Bernanke said that American banks are not that exposed to European debt, that's because he did say they intend to get paid on their credit default swaps. And they've been selling some of their credit default swaps because they don't think they're going to get them, but they anticipate getting paid. What a freaking joke. I'm telling you, Europeans are going to say, oh, yeah, you paid us AIG. We're not paying you on your CDS. We didn't default. Not by the rule of the law, whatever technicality they might want to try and pull. So I thought that was amusing, that he would actually believe there's not a chance that they don't get paid on the CDSs. And then what are the write-downs the U.S. bank exposure has? I'd be curious to know that number. So anyway, again, tomorrow should be a very interesting day. I could easily be wrong, and the market could be up huge. There could be nothing to the story, and everything's fine. And you know what? Stock market will probably explode if there's no story. If there is, look out. Oh, yeah. So look for my twits, Voice of Forex. Look for any postings on Facebook, Voice of Forex fan page. And email, info@globalfxllc.com. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need who truly loves to make you money. Have a good night.